The world is a scary and dark place.
And the news you watch can be a stressful way to start your day. Ooh, salad. Now, I'm on the hunt to find a humble human who is here to make the world a better place. Instead of focusing on all the bad things in the world, why not focus on the good? You know, like the selfless, the volunteers, the heroes without capes. See you there.
Well, today we're here with a really special, motivational, inspirational human being. His name is Blair Jones. Blair Jones is, you're from Kamloops, right? You went to high school here.
Born and raised, pretty much.
Nice, I can tell. You're just you're a little strange. We're a little strange. We're strange critters out in Kamloops. We're gonna cut this out.
Strange, but normal. Strange in our own good ways.
So I've known Blair a short amount of time, but in the time that I have known him, I've learned that he is quite, what would I say? He's a great example of what it means to keep going and not give up. When we're faced with tragedy in life, sometimes we choose to get bitter instead of better. And Blair, I think, is such a great example of someone who just rolls with it, literally rolls with it. And you weren't born this way. You had an accident, right? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. So how old were you when that happened?
At age of 17.
Oh my God. Were you still in like grade 12?
Just graduating from high school. Day before commencement.
No.
And,
wow. So end of June probably, hey? June.
Yeah, and then just out riding with some buddies, doing some local filming.
So you're on a mountain bike?
On a mountain bike.
Yeah, and you filmed it.
Yep, and just went a little too big and hit the ground kind of hard.
Yeah?
And I didn't really walk away from the injury. Usually every time I would hit the ground, I'd always stand up and go, yeah, and then curl up into a ball. Oh, that hurt.
Right.
But since I didn't stand up.
This time was different.
Yeah. They're like, oh, no, Blair's definitely hurt.
Yeah. So how big was this jump that you took?
Cat track gap. So it was maybe, I'd say, no more than 15 feet across and 12 feet down or something. But I went more like 20 feet across and probably 25 feet down. Wow. And just hit the ground hard and piled into the bike.
Yeah.
Don't remember it.
You don't remember it.
No.
You remember before it and then...
The only reason how I know what happened is from the video.
Wow. Was it really hard to watch that video for the first time?
No.
No. You really wanted to see what happened.
I wanted to know what happened.
Right.
Just went too big and hit the ground hard.
Yeah.
I was knocked out, grade 3 concussion, brain swelling, bleeding.
So were you out for like days at a time or?
No, I was out, and then I guess I was in and out. Obviously, they sedated me. Yeah. Because they basically just bundled me up.
So much pain.
Put me on the helicopter and...
Okay, so you went to Vancouver?
Flew me out to VGH. Yeah. And that's where I had surgery.
Wow. And then how long was that stay for?
I was in VGH I was in the ICU for 3 days. And then hospital for about a week.
Really?
And then...
Seems like a short amount of time.
And then GF Strong rehab facility. I was there for 2.5 months.
Yeah.
And then let loose to figure life out from there.
Right.
Having adaptive sports,
yeah,
I would say that saved my life on that aspect. Being an athlete.
Yeah.
An athlete without sports to go do, what do you do with yourself?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
There's adaptive sports, and thank God there's adaptive mountain biking.
Is this the bike you take your groceries? You have like a
No, in my hand cycle. So it's kind of like this, but reverse. You got 2 wheels in the back, 1 wheel in the front.
You don't have a support worker?
No.
No.
I'm fully independent. Live life one day at a time.
But it's okay to ask for help. Like I know people are so willing to help you. After your week-long visit in the hospital, and after all the what was your rehab journey like? How long did that take?
So that was 2.5 months, GF Strong. Nurses love me. I was actually a motivator for people in rehab while I was going through rehab. So I have been told, which is pretty cool to hear.
Yeah.
Just because I was always on the go.
So how were you helping others? In what ways?
Well, it was just the fact that I was always going out, wheeling around, just doing daily things.
Just normal
stuff. Or like, okay, Blair, go do this. I'm like, okay. And then I go do it. And it's the fact that I just took the challenge to figure it out, how to do things. Yeah. That's kind of part of the rehab, but that wasn't totally that part. Rehab is just basically teaching you how to look after your body. Yeah. And then once you figure that out, then they let you go.
But then do they teach you how to like adjust mentally and emotionally to your new life?
All that comes with time.
Yeah.
And getting out and creating experiences. Yeah. And they would do that. We'd go on outings to other people's houses or whatever else and go out barbecues. Cool. Go to different pubs or something like that, although I wasn't really of age.
But you make your life look really rich and fun. And I think that's really infectious. You know, I know people that are able to walk and they don't do anything with their life. Right? They, you got it, dude. It's really cool to see.
It's empowering.
It is. It totally is. What's the most exciting bike you've worked on? One that's you're most proud of? I see all the work you've done on this.
Yes.
That's some fancy TIG welding.
That is TIG welding.
I don't know any other type of welding.
A lot of that welding is done by, my old welding instructor, Mike Granger.
Oh, yeah?
He's kind of part of my team that's been just supporting me with my adaptive mountain bike, just keeping the bike on the trail.
Nice.
So I get breakdowns, I make a phone call, I tear it apart, give buddy parts. And
even you have other people working on your bike for you?
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, there's some things that I could do, but I'll just get someone else that has more experience and knowledge in the field to get the job done properly, just so it's less downtime. Yeah. But then also learn it. I'll go sit in the welding shop or set up the welder here and spend hours burning wire.
Besides your bike shop, what do you do in the winter?
I'm a ski, snowboard, and sit ski instructor.
Wow. So you instruct people who are able-bodied too. It's not just...
Able-bodied, so they can have cognitive disabilities or physical disabilities. Yeah. You don't have to be a paraplegic for me to work with you. Yeah. If you're autistic. Yeah. Or things like that, or if you have muscle dystrophy or anything like that, it's a disability. It's hindering to be able to perform at an able-bodied level. Right. So you come into adaptive sports. Yeah. So there's different equipment for different people, so we can get them out onto the hill, wind in their face, having a good time.
What's the most rewarding part of that job?
Seeing the smiles on the face of the children and or adults at the end of the day.
Right. I bet the parents, if they bring their, disabled child to go on the ski hill, I'm sure it's pretty overwhelming and in a good way to see, their kid go down and enjoy skiing just as much as other kids do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's parents.
We all want to be included. We all want to feel part of,
Well, everyone can be
society.
a part of the scene in the wintertime and or summertime.
Yeah.
It's just adapting to the situation, making it work.
Hence adaptive sports.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And I think it's, it helps that you could put yourself in their shoes, basically. But you also have like an empathic heart, and you're funny. So I think that it all helps. It's all good vibes.
It definitely helps to be an instructor or a teacher.
Yeah.
Having those kind of attributes. Nobody wants a boring teacher or someone that's just super strict. It's like, yeah, not gonna learn anything.
So how do you make it fun? What do you do? Just act silly?
Be myself.
Yeah. Okay, act silly.
Maybe I'm a little silly. Feel out who you're working with. Ask them questions. Know what they like.
Yeah, get to know them.
Talk about what they like to do.
Yeah.
If they're big video gamers, well, act like one of their video game player people.
That's cool.
Act it out.
That's
Make that connection, which helps with the connection with your student.
Yeah.
And in turn gets them a little more comfortable and gets them talking more. Yeah.
Right.
Just engaging.
Yeah. That's very cool. Are you going to do this moving forward, like as long as you can?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm never going to really leave my sports. It's always
No.
going to be a part of my life.
Yeah.
And engaging more so with the youth and younger generations, passing it along.
Have you ever done any like motivational speeches, like at schools or charity events?
I had started doing some stuff with the Man in Motion Foundation.
Yeah?
As an ambassador speaker.
Man in Motion?
Yeah. So that's through Rick Hansen.
Okay.
So that's Man in Motion, Rick
yeah,
Hansen.
yeah. Okay.
And so they have all the ambassador speakers through the foundation, and you go out and you do speeches on spinal cord awareness and injuries. I've done one or two over the last many years.
Yeah.
But then I haven't really been too active with that. I've just been more focusing on my own personal health and life and doing all those kind of things.
Sure, of course.
And then eventually refocus energy in that direction.
Yeah. So what's your day-to-day life usually like? You go to work.
Get up,
Yeah.
breakfast, work.
And it's all, you really are like, I mean, you have help. You live with people, so, I mean, they're always here to help, but you don't really rely on people to help you.
No, I just live my days as they come.
I've seen some videos of you you're going up some stairs. You're going up and down the stairs, like completely on your own. It was absolutely insane.
Well, when it comes down to it, if you got to go somewhere, you got to get there, I'm going to get there.
It helps that you're like strong.
Whether I'm in my chair or out of my chair, I'll get from point A to point B. And in return, there are limits out there, but you only let things stop you if you let them stop you. You just gotta look past it, figure it out, and go.
Some people look for excuses to not do things, and others say, "Why not?"
Yep.
Yeah. So that's.
Go brush your teeth, but I don't want to. Go brush your teeth. You're gonna get cavities. Oh, okay. I'll go brush my teeth. Go up these stairs, but I'm in a wheelchair. Go up these stairs, there's a lollipop. Oh, I'm all over it. Incentive. Yeah, going upstairs out of your chair, it's laboring and abusive to your body sometimes, since I don't have a whole lot of meat on my butt anymore. Wear your skin out and get sores or whatever else. So everything has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
To where, do I really need to be doing this?
Yeah.
Or should I be doing this?
Yeah.
Or should I be saying, hey, you over there, come here for a second. Yeah, go up
Yeah.
these stairs for me.
Yeah.
Go get that, or drag me up.
Yeah. That was a thing I wasn't really aware of, that, you know, people in wheelchairs, they get sores on their bums because it's just, and you don't feel it, do you?
Nope. No, it's you can get injuries, and it's just monitoring your skin,
Yeah.
looking after the health of your body.
Yeah.
And it's parts that you can't feel. Those are the areas that you gotta learn.
Yeah.
Grab your phone, take a picture of your butt, have a look at the picture, forget to delete it. Hey buddy, have a look at my pictures. Whoa! What the hell? Sorry, didn't delete it. My bad.
But you just did a speech like a week ago?
A week or... yeah, it's probably about a week or so ago.
What was
now.
that for?
That was for funding for adaptive sports, to get specifically to get adaptive sports equipment for people in general, focusing more so on children
Yeah.
of younger ages.
Inclusability.
Inclusability, being focused on one student that we've worked with in the adaptive program, Jude Minton.
Oh yeah.
Very talented young boy.
Yeah.
Full.
He's hilarious.
Full of energy.
Yeah.
Loves to just rip down the mountain.
Yeah.
But his mom really loves the adaptive program for the winter. It keeps Jude engaged, out and active. And now that summer's here, well, we don't have snow, so there's no skiing. So that kind of put a damper on things. Well, now they want to bring that up, and they want to get Jude out on the mountain bike.
Are you going to help him get that sorted?
Stuff. So there's definitely things in the works, funding.
Cool.
To get more adaptive equipment.
Yeah.
To have, and then myself, I will be doing my certifications as an adaptive mountain bike coach, instructor. So once we do get a program through KBRA in Kamloops and then through ASP up at some peaks, then I'll be a certified instructor to run programs and get other people certified as well, for people like Jude. So we can get him out, being active and enjoying life.
Yeah. Such a vivacious personality should physically be as vivacious, I think. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited for him that he has the opportunity to play.
Exactly.
He's a kid.
He's 10 years old, and he deserves every opportunity out there to try all kinds of different sports. And when it comes to adaptive, things are expensive. Like for something like this, brand new to your front door, you're looking at just over 20 grand.
What? For something that you pedal yourself?
Yep.
No gas needed.
Yep.
20,000. Is it the labor that's the most costly, or is it the
research and design? It can be building it. There's obviously, they're not super big in production, so companies gotta make money.
So where do you take this thing? Where do you take it?
Sun Peaks, Bike Ranch.
Nice.
Anywhere and everywhere.
And do you have a YouTube channel?
I do.
Huh. How did I know that?
I don't know. Seated production films. It's a good time.
Cool.
I haven't really updated it recently, but
Right.
there's content.
But that's another part of what you do is like you show the world, like this is internet's worldwide, so I'm sure you have people.
That's my life on wheels.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I sign in and sign out. Life on wheels.
Yeah. But I've seen comments, and you know, people really do support your channel, and
yeah,
it's quite cool to see.
It's doing things that you don't see people doing. That's me doing it.
But having fun doing it too.
Well, you got to be having fun.
Like I would love to ride this.
That would be fun to watch.
Yeah, it would.
And fun for you to ride.
Yeah, for sure it would. Yeah. Can you read that speech that you wrote the other day? Are we able to get a glimpse of inside your heart?
Of what came, yeah.
Okay, so the other day you were, there was this charity event called the MASH Movement.
Yes.
Yeah, and this was held at Aberdeen Mall. And there was a yoga event.
Yeah, they were just doing it was a fundraiser, and through like Lululemon and
right. Yeah.
I can't quite recall the other just connections and sponsors, but it was basically just a fundraiser. So for everyone that came out for that yoga, obviously you paid $10 or $20 to do it, and that's just a donation going towards building funds for adaptive sports equipment.
Nice. And
then they asked me to just do a presentation just before, I guess, because it was the wrap up of the whole week, 2 weeks. Sorry.
Yeah, it was.
It was supposed to be only a week.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, but Kasha pushed it to 2 weeks for her funding efforts.
Yeah.
And did a very good job.
She did.
Yeah. Phenomenal job, I would have to say.
Phenomenal job, Kasha.
And then they asked me to just do a presentation, just kind of introduce myself and kind of share my life story.
Yeah.
And then talk about adaptive sports and how it's beneficial to people in general, but more so specific to children. Yeah.
Yeah. Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hear it.
So today I want to share with you a journey that has transformed my life in ways I never thought possible. A journey that has taught me resilience, courage, and the power of community. This journey is my story of how I evolved as a competitive and recreational cycling athlete. 22 years ago, at the age of 17, my life took an unexpected turn while I was out enjoying a super rad day on my mountain bike with some good buddies, filming for a local free ride race film. Getting ready to capture the last few shots of the day, this was when my injury came about. Long story short, I went a little too big and hit the ground rather hard. Thankfully, I was wearing the proper gear, which in turn probably saved my life. This is when my life on wheels began. Knocked out with a grade 3 concussion, brain swelling and bleeding. Unknowingly, I sustained a complete T8 spinal cord injury. Making the transition from 2 wheels to 4 wheels was almost natural for me. My mother once said it was because it's like I'm on my bike all the time. With that said, the road to recovery was nothing short of an adventure. I was always on the go. Even though I was faced by many challenges, I was determined to regain my independence and find a new sense of purpose. Not too long before my injury, in a mountain bike film was released featuring a rider on a 4-wheel bike. Recalling this, I researched the individual and found their phone number. After a lengthy conversation, I couldn't have been more excited to have found the sport of adaptive mountain biking. On the contrary, faced with the astronomical expense of such sporting equipment, I was unsure of how I was going to get myself a bike. With the support of the amazing cycling community, it wasn't long before I was back hitting the trails and experiencing the thrills of mountain biking once again. Adaptive mountain biking has had a profound impact on my life. It's given me a sense of freedom and adventure that I thought was lost forever, allowing me to connect with my passion, challenge myself physically and mentally, and rejoin the community of like-minded individuals who understand and support me. Adaptive mountain biking is more than just a hobby. It's a tool of empowerment. It showed me that even in the face of adversity, there are no limits to what can be achieved. It's allowed me to embrace my disability, use it as a strength rather than a weakness. In other terms, not letting the injury get the best of me and getting the best of it. That's why I'm so passionate about sharing this experience with others, particularly children. Growing up or living with a disability can be tough and isolating, and it can make you feel like you feel unsure of what to do next. But adaptive sports can change that really fast. It can provide a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose, and a sense of confidence that can carry over into all areas of life. That's why programs like what Kasia is building this very moment are so important. They provide a safe and supportive environment for people with any sort of disability to try adaptive mountain biking, giving them a chance to develop a passion for a sport that they are deserving of. They are deserving of the same opportunities as anyone else. In conclusion, adaptive mountain biking has been a game changer for me, and I know it can be for others. Let's work together to make this sport accessible to all and to kids, and to give kids the opportunity to experience the freedom, adventure, and empowerment that it provides. Thank you.
I bet there were tears.
Yeah. It was a bit
From you?
Bit of a tearjerker on my part.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty brave to just be vulnerable like that.
Well,
in front of a massive group of women.
Ready to do yoga.
Yeah. Just thank you so much for your time and just being such a great example for what it means to just to carry on and not give up and not let, I mean, life happens and
it does.
And, it's just what makes you is how you deal with things. It's really good to know that there's people like you out there. So thank you so much for being a good example.
More than happy to share my life's experiences with you guys, and hopefully it'll motivate other people.
Yeah.
To get up, get out. And if you're having a hard time, you can find me, get in touch with me.
How do people connect with you if they do want to get their bikes modified?
Creep me on Facebook.
Sure. Yeah. Blair Jones. And then you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, just through different social media platforms. Obviously, we all know how to find people on those.
Yeah.
Coming into the bike shop.
Sure.
Stop in at Psychologic. We're a super chill crew there. We're there to help anyone and everyone, answer all kinds of questions. Good questions, dumb questions, we don't really care.
You're just lonely and want to talk to people. I get it.
We'll have an answer for you. It'll be educated and it'll be awesome. Yeah.
Okay, bye. Caution! Eclectic!